Hello, YouTube. A lot of you informed me that the fire department actually follows up what happened to certain people, and that there is a video evidence of that. So today, we're going to be watching it. I hope you grab popcorn and a drink, and also make sure to type "what" in the comments if you have nothing else to type. Alright, let's see what happened to those people. And no, don't worry, I'm not going to do that voice every single time. So let's get into the video.
What's going on, everybody? Many of you have asked for an update on some of the people featured in the Real Things I've Seen series. So here you go. So after all that went down and we all checked the contents of our underwear, we loaded that guy up and brought him down to the hospital where he bought himself some fancy new internal hardware. But the craziest part about that entire call is he forgot everything.
What?
And why do I exist? And who made me?
Damn!
Because we gave him said prior to cardioverting him, he forgot everything leading up to us welding the crap out of him wanting to beat the crap out of somebody there that pushed that button, and then transporting him to the hospital. In fact, halfway down to the hospital, he was asking if we could bring him back to his house because he was completely fine now. And it was on that day that I realized that with enough medication, you can forget anything. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh,
yeah.
Crap. This dude was another person that should have met whatever afterlife entity you believe in, but instead walked away with a couple broken ribs and a bruised lung. And all because of this guy. The guy that I couldn't depict well enough, sitting at 6'8", 300 pounds, that literally picked up the car with one arm and dragged his meat pancake friend out from underneath and stopped.
What? Oh my god, I need to watch some of the story. I haven't seen all the stories yet. What? I mean, in all seriousness, I've had someone actually do that to our car. Literally one single person lifted the car out of the ditch when my dad needed help. And my dad and me were both like, what the? There's some strong ass people out there, man. Yeah, that is something.
Stopped him from remaining a dead, flat human. And on that day, I learned that adrenaline and friendship are the strongest things in the world.
Aww.
I mean, except for my wife's hate for the peanut butter spoons that I leave in the sink every day.
Oh boy. Do you leave them? I wonder if he leaves them in the sink without actually putting them in a bowl of water or something. Cause yeah.
That's really strong. Holy crap. Hi. Taters McGee was by far the most interesting patient I've ever ran on and made me question my actual knowledge of the human body for a solid 10 seconds. And by the time we dropped this guy up at the hospital, what they said was going on blew my mind. And
that's really cool.
You
Wait, the fact that they had no clue blew your mind? Huh. Fascinating. It doesn't happen that often then?
What? Yeah, that happens so many times that we drop people off at the hospital and we never actually get an answer. Why? Not because the hospital's incompetent, but because they don't actually know what's going on until they run the outrageous amount of tests that they need to run to find out why this patient is direct injecting taters right into their sinus cavities. But that's just a part of the job.
That's horrible. So you never actually get answers to what these people are doing. No. Imagine. Oh, you have to die in curiosity. I guess you could go back and ask, but yeah. Oh, man.
Let's get into it. Why is he not wearing clothes?
Because he thinks he's a cow, man.
Edibles, I take it?
This guy was actually one of my first interactions with someone who had taken edibles. I mean, obviously, I ran on a few people who enjoyed a little bit of the devil's lettuce.
The only interaction that I had was similar to the guy who thinks he was a cow. Fun story. I went to this party and my friend was let's say the victim. I don't know if the victim is the right word, but he was seeing bunnies. Yeah.
Which for the most part is harmless and completely entertaining.
I've never found it entertaining, I'm gonna be honest. Like watching people be high.
Edibles, they tend to have the highest adverse reactions simply because of the amount of time it takes to be absorbed and the type of route that it's taking to be absorbed. And for this guy, the
route that's taking to be absorbed. I don't like where this is going. I don't like where that is going.
First, it left him completely catatonic and looking like he was riding the milky highway.
What?
And then quickly came to life with a wonderful yellow liquid surprise and a few well-placed moves.
Moo!
Pete?
But in the end, we were able to
Moo-moo?
get him down to the hospital where he was completely fine and probably, hopefully, kept the gift of yellow rain going for the ER staff.
Oh no! What do you mean? What do you mean? Hopefully they kept the gift. That is mean. Wishing that others get pee on them.
Of the crispy Kris Kringle. Why are there Christmas decorations in April? This guy was actually one of the calmest trauma alerts I've ever called. When we got on scene, he was acting like he was completely fine, confused at why we were even there, and in fact was refusing to go to the hospital at one point in time. And all of this made sense when we realized that he had taken a tumbling nosedive off of a 25-foot tree and landed directly on his face. Once we got him down to the hospital, all of our suspicions were confirmed when they told us that he had a lovely traumatic brain injury, some randomly placed broken bones, and owed his neighbor a few mortgage payments for saving his life.
Dude, you gotta drive faster. Wait, why?
Dang,
Because I'm gonna
son.
crap my pants.
The sweaty individual desperately trying not to drop a hot piece of butt fudge into their BDUs was unfortunately me. This was at the end of a very long 24-hour shift where I had spent the previous 12 hours with an unexpected colon cleanse because apparently I ate something that my sensitive ginger stomach didn't like. And of course, we caught a late call, which set off the chain of events that led to me begging my partner to drive faster or sweet death.
Hello, darkness, old friend.
This video hoping that I would crap my pants in the back of the boo-boo bus was an over-exaggeration, but if there's two things I've learned that firefighters love, it's saving lives and ruining them by telling every single person we work with that their fellow brother dropped a deuce inside of their Fruit of the Looms.
That checks out. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If I was his coworker, I would tell people the story. It's hilarious. So, like, if he actually did crap his pants, like, can you blame me? Can you?
Try to catch me how. Hey everyone, and welcome to the third installment of Where They Now, and what I believe are the three most interesting calls I've ever
Interesting calls.
I think I felt something hit my leg. A few? Wait, what? How many's a few? There are two types of people in this world. People who lose their freaking minds the second they feel pain, and then this guy, who was shot 9 times and couldn't have cared less about the 900-mile-per-hour pieces of metal that were shoved inside of his body until he could figure out whether or not his car needed a new slathering of paint.
Priorities, huh? Damn. I haven't seen that one, but that sounds absolutely atrocious. I don't know, what type of pain person are you? Like, for me, right? I have very high pain tolerance, or at least that's what I'm told, because apparently it's not normal to not feel anything. Well, I do feel something, but I don't feel it to the point where I feel it's painful when I'm waxing. Everyone's like, why aren't you screaming? And I'm like, I'm supposed to? But also when I had like a surgery on my toe, the doc was like, you're not making a sound. Does it not hurt? And I'm like, no. They did tests, so the nerves are there. I do feel pain. It's just apparently I have very high tolerance. Yeah. So what kind of person are you? Because I feel like I'm a baby when I feel actual like crazy levels of pain.
'Tis but a scratch.
But honestly, I've
Tis
never
but a
seen someone handle
scratch.
pain better than this dude did. And then when I found out that not a single one of those bullets hit a major organ or artery in his body when he walked out
Dang,
of the
he's so
hospital the next day,
lucky.
I knew for a fact
He
that
walked
he was
the next
certainly the
day?
luckiest and probably holiest person walking around on the planet.
All of a sudden, I knew
Holiest.
exactly what
I
the bottom
see.
of my foot looked like.
So unfortunately, I've seen a
I
lot
see
of
what
crazy
he
crap
meant.
in my career, including people cut in half and body parts strewn all over highways. But this was my first time experiencing the thought of, holy crap, I might actually blow chunks all over this road.
Oh my god.
Don't throw up.
Seeing that guy's leg with one more joint than it should have had briefly made me question my career choice and definitely made me feel bad for his stupid choice of sticking his foot out the window. But then one of
He stuck his foot out the window? What the fuck is wrong with people, man? Holy shit. And that's the career that made you question, the run that made you question your career?
the police officers showed up for traffic control and clued me in on the fact that this guy was wanted for multiple crimes, including child abuse. And even though my treatment didn't change that day, I definitely wondered, was somebody driving a giant truck of sweet karma that day?
Was that the guy driving a sweet karma truck? Sometimes it works in mysterious ways, but yeah, deserved.
Soap bottle in my rectum.
There's
So I would love to say that this is the only
what?
person I've ever ran on who attempted to explore their nether region with household items. But I would be wrong. In fact, the only thing I'm yet to experience is someone being straight up honest about trying to shove things inside of their backdoor cinnamon ring.
Not the back door. Not the back door.
Which I truly don't understand, because at the end of the day, no first responder, nurse, or doctor gives a flying crap about what you do on your personal time.
Why are they not honest? You'd think, like, this is baffling, actually.
Especially since we are most likely some of the craziest, strangest, and most eclectic humans that you will ever meet.
Like, why? You'd think that you want treatment and you can help them, give them all the information that they need. I'm taught that, like, you tell your doctor any detail that you think is relevant or useful, and I'm like, shoving something up your bum sounds fairly relevant and useful for the doctor to know, especially if it's a weird household item.
But the one thing that we can all definitely agree on is the one place things without a flair should never go is the chocolate starfish no-no zone.
It's chocolate starfish! Oh god, what is wrong with these people, man? What? Why?
Overdue installment of Where Are They Now? And if you're a dude, you might find some of this episode a little bit painful.
What's
Oh
up?
boy.
It's
Oh, the Catheter dude! It's the Catheter dude! Let's freaking go! Finally get to find out what happened to him. That being said, should I do a warning? You're about to experience something uncomfortable. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
You know, as a paramedic that's been doing this for a pretty long time, I feel like I've mastered the ability to keep a straight face no matter how horrendous the call or injury is. But when it comes to someone losing a section of their Johnson to a very violent and forceful catheter incident,
Dude, I have aphantasia, so I can't even imagine it, but at the same time, I feel his pain. I can't help but grimace at the idea and concept, and I don't even have a pee-pee. Like, that sounds horrifying. That sounds horrible, man. That sounds very, very unpleasant.
that's where I tend to lose it.
Understandable.
You see, catheters have a balloon at the end of them, so once they're in place, the balloon can be inflated so it'll remain inside of the bladder, and then deflated once it's ready to be removed. But if you forget to deflate, an exploded hot dog is what you'll make.
Exploded hot
It's truly hard to describe what it's like seeing four grown men saying, "There's no way," over and over again, because none of us could believe what we were looking at.
Jesus.
But
My
the good news is,
eyes.
it sounds like they were able to get this guy a full set of twig and berries again, and us as much therapy as we're gonna need.
Okay. Wait, did they actually get offered therapy for that situation? That's... Damn. Also, yay! Let's go! The dude got his nuts back. What a happy story for that dude. Also, let me know, like, do you guys mind the fact that I'm sitting with my leg up? Just curious.
Then why are you covered in blood? My varicose vein exploded. I've seen people shot, stabbed, impaled with 8-foot lightning rods, bleed a little bit, but I've never seen someone paint their home like they're the Picasso of human
I remember
mood,
that
like
case,
someone who's
yeah.
had a ruptured varicose vein.
Bam! Blood everywhere.
You see,
Doesn't
the
sound
hardest part of
very
controlling a
pleasant.
Severe varicose vein bleed is you can't just use one tourniquet like you would in an arterial bleed. You need two.
You need
one to stop all
two?
the arterial blood from coming into the leg, and then another one to stop all the blood that's inside of the leg ejecting out of their varicose vein blowout.
Oh.
But thankfully, we were able to control the bleeding, get this guy down to the hospital, and then stare into the endless void, wondering when my leg veins would ultimately betray me, sending me into a lonely death.
Jesus Christ, dude. Gee. No. Oh, like, that thought that your vein can just pop like that. Like, no, thank you. No.
Sheesh. The one thing I was told when I was learning about Narcan was never slam it. Why? Well, have you
Narcan?
ever heard the phrase,
Oh my God, there's vomit everywhere.
well, you know if you ever give Narcan too fast. But to be fair, everyone has
Okay.
different reactions when it comes to being given Narcan, and in my experience, most people are pretty chill when they wake up from their opioid sleeping time.
Okay.
But from time to time, you're gonna get the joy of experiencing you and your entire ambulance being doused in whatever they had for their last 3 meals.
That sounds horrible. I mean, yeah, the smell, the stink, the stench, the bits. It does not sound nice. Yeah.
But I'm happy to report that that person was dropped off at the hospital feeling fine, and I went back to the station, burned all of my clothing, and never looked at bologna sandwiches the same again.
Bologna sandwiches.
Hey everyone, our Where Are They Now adventure continues today with patients that were seemingly disconnected from reality and one that wanted to disconnect my head from my body. Calm down, you know we're here to help you. Flocka was by far the craziest street pharmaceutical I'd ever seen people on. I mean, up to this point,
Damn,
I've seen
son.
normal opioid-induced nap, or people screaming at the top of their lungs after their 60th line of booger sugar made their pacemakers start firing off multiple rounds of heart-drilling electrified regrets. But what I had never seen was grown men in their full birthday suits gifted with Olympic-level sprinting abilities like they
Jesus.
had after consuming a fresh batch of flakka.
Just felt like running.
And funny enough, what my brain still can't seem to process is why every single one of them was being chased by wolves. Every single one of them.
We're gonna get you.
Which means they're either being transported to another dimension or we have invisible wolves running around us that none of us black
all
enough
of
individuals
them?
can see. But good news is, after a fresh batch of Haldol and Valium, they got away from those wolves and took a happy trip up to Cloud 9. Mike, this is Jimmy. Jimmy's blood sugar drops. Got it. Have you ever been picked up by another
my
person
God.
and thrown across the room like you were a human lawn dart? I have. And it was by this guy.
Jesus
Low
Christ.
blood sugar can be a very interesting thing. For most people, when their sugar begins to drop off, they become weak, tired, or maybe even unconscious.
That's what I thought low blood sugar does. Like, it makes you feel weak. What? How did...
But not this guy. Somehow this guy's lack of brain sugar caused him to become the insulin-dependent Incredible Hulk.
Holy shit,
And as a
dude.
fresh medic, I figured
That's
this was my
crazy.
chance to show the world how strong and nimble a ginger stretcher fetcher could be. And then I got blasted across the room like a high-powered fart in the wind. But after some great distraction techniques and very quick darting, we were able to get some glucagon in his arm, his sugar back up, and a lot of ice packs for me.
Damn.
Oh my God, is he weird? If you want to deposit a butt burrito in your pants while simultaneously looking another human in the eyes,
A butt burrito? Is that what we're calling it now?
give someone adenosine.
I pooped my pants.
Adenosine is a medication that we give to patients when their heart
Okay.
rates are too high to hopefully help slow it back down. But
Okay.
it has an incredible side effect of making the entire room smell like backdoor dumplings when you literally watch somebody's heart stop.
Ooh.
And then pray it starts back up before you have to start giving them the old staying alive cartilage cracker.
Wait, so you're pooping your pants out of fear that that their heart is stopping. Got it. Fascinating.
Good news is that medication
Don't do
works
that.
90% of the time, leaving them feeling 1,000 times better. And
I don't like that good news because, like, if I ever need it, then I'm fucked because I have bad odds.
happy we came. For the other 10%, they get two things: a sedative and to ride the lightning.
Try to catch me howling at the
Lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, that has gotta feel satisfying, man. That sounded like a very satisfying burp, I'm gonna be honest.
You see, some catheters have a hot dog.
I love the bloopers. Alright, YouTube. That's gonna be it for today. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.